You, HBAR fans, if you're waiting for an HBAR dip to buy, now is your moment. Let me explain to you on the big board. This is HBAR on the weekly. This is one of the most bullish patterns in all of crypto in a very high time frame. We've seen this across multiple altcoins, but the important thing with Hedera, I'll show you in a second. What we have here is what's called a W pattern breakout, and we are in the final stages with price currently being at two key levels. I'll explain to you in a second. First, we have this big leg down, creating our first local bottom. We failed to take out this high. We come back down, make a double bottom, a massive rally into a bull flag. Now, the important thing here is, you can see I have the Fibonacci retracement tool on the chart. The 50% fib level from our bottom point to our top point currently sits at 20.78 cents. Which is exactly where HBAR is right now. I'll show you what the price has done over the last few weeks when it has hit this 50% Fibonacci retracement level. Stay tuned, and I'll see you on the other side.
Hey, we're doing a Hedera video, right?
Yeah, Hedera's today.
Okay, are you ready to go, or?
Almost. Give me like two more minutes.
Are you playing Stake on your phone again?
Listen, I need to figure out what the hell I'm doing, so just give me like 1 minute, and I promise we'll film the video, okay?
We gotta start.
Fine. We'll end it on a win, okay? All right, I'm back. Hope you enjoyed that little demo on the 14-foot 4K LED wall. So shout out to Stake for being a channel partner. Now, markets currently at the time of recording are dumping. We have the big news with Trump and tariff war against China. Bitcoin's actually currently sitting at $118,000. The markets are bleeding. Longs are getting completely wrecked. And HBAR, my friends, again, as mentioned, is at a very key pivotal level, that 50% retracement level. This is also, we have confluence here. The middle of our W, what is that called? The tippy top of our W pattern. That is the last high we had prior to, this second leg of this W. So we have some support there, some previous, resistance there. Now we're betting that this is going to hold as support. So 50% retracement level, previous extremely important support level for HBAR. We could take a peek at Market Cipher. Let's see where the inflows are. And let's see what Hedera is doing from I guess you can call it a fundamental / technical standpoint in terms of money flow, VWAP, and all of that. Money flow is currently in the red. We did get a brief stint in the green. This is again on the weekly, guys, so very high time frame. VWAP continues to extend to the downside. The one thing I am looking for that would be a massive long entry, which we won't know until Sunday, so 2 days from now when this session closes, is we have our anchor wave with the green dot currently. And now it's hard to see because the colors blend in. This is what the current momentum wave looks like. And I'll zoom in so you can take a look. In fact, let's make this red so it's a lot easier to see. This is what your current anchor or trigger wave looks like. Now, if it stays like this, great. We can have a little more extension to the downside, and we would be fine. The only thing that is a absolute must, we have to have it, is going to be that green dot. As long as the trigger wave remains the way it is. You can see from the momentum indicators, we are trending down after hitting our OB1 solid line. And again, VWAP trading at -8. Now, this is on the weekly time frame. We can zoom into the daily, take a peek at what HBAR is doing. Some more potential support levels. If 20 cents does not hold, which I think it will, we're not too far off from another big support level at around 19.75 cents, which is the bottom end of this bull flag, right? Extended out on the daily time frame. Now we can throw on our high volume points and take a look at it. There are a lot of bids coming in at these levels. You can see the high volume points on the daily. We have around 6.5 billion HBAR being bought at around 12.5 cents, but that's not something we're focused on. We don't believe that it's going to get there. We have a few around that 20-cent region. The first one is going to be right here where 13 billion Hedera was sold around 18.5 cents. We can even throw on our volume range profile. Tons of volume in this region. This obviously has acted as resistance thus far. And right here, confluence with our 19.75 cent region, a little lower actually, 18.5 cents. Large volume node, the second largest on this daily time frame for Hedera. In fact, I know the market conditions are a little iffy due to the trade war that's currently happening, but we feel fairly confident, and we're going to put in a long order on HBAR, a limit long at 19.95 cents. We're going to get in with $200. We're going to enter into a limit 12x long on HBAR, and we're expecting that to fill. We hope it fills because we expect a pretty big bounce. So I mentioned those of you that watched our last video, I highlighted HBAR in our top 7 altcoins you shouldn't ignore with the highest upside. And for those of you that watched the video, you're like, oh man, I need more. I should have bought more. Keep your eye on 19.75 cents and keep your eye on 18.5 cents. I can't see the price going much lower unless something bigger happens on a macro scale where Bitcoin, let's say, goes down to under $110,000, which of course, in this volatile market can happen. But to me, that is not the base case. That is the improbable case. But nonetheless, it is something that we need to say can potentially happen. Let's go down to the 4-hour time frame. And let's take a look at Market Cipher B. Let me just get rid of some of these brush strokes here, clean up the chart for you guys. Also, now would be a great time to subscribe to the channel if you aren't subscribed yet. Money flow is currently sitting at minus 9.5. Momentum indicators look like they're close to bottoming out. There's not much lower they can go. What does that mean? That means we're going to see a bounce very soon. We should see this money flow start to invert again, create a little bit of a rounded bottom, and we're looking for that thing to cross back to the upside. On the 1 hour, taking a look at if we're seeing any signs of a short-term bounce here for HBAR. 1 hour tells us there's potentially still a little more downside left to go. Let's check the 30-minute time frame on Market Cipher B. Pretty deep momentum wave here on the 30-minute, currently sitting at minus 50, looking for a green dot there, and on the way up, potentially getting that trigger wave on the 30-minute time frame as well. 30 minutes looks like it's bottoming out. 15-minute, let's take a peek as it loads. 15-minute money flow, it looks like it's heading in the right direction. It's currently sitting at minus 2.75. You can see we've been in the money flow since afternoon of yesterday, kind of going up and down, crossing briefly into the red, but staying above and in the green for quite some time. Hedera was running fairly hot with a VWAP extension, and now we did get that green dot on the 15-minute time frame. Again, looking for a potential trigger wave. So we have like 3 or 4 potential long setups on 3 to 4 different time frames. The big one obviously is going to be the weekly. So if you have Market Cipher, put an alert on the weekly on Market Cipher B for a green dot. If it happens on a trigger wave, that would be a massive long entry signal. We put in a limit order to try to front run that just a little bit. With only a 12x leverage, we feel like our liquidation point is going to be lower than where we think Hedera could potentially go. So I just wanted to give you guys a quick update. This is obviously price action focused. The thumbnail says $1. Are we going to get to $1 soon? I don't know. I don't have a crystal ball, but I do know some key support levels that we should get a bounce on HBAR. Me personally, I'll be adding to my spot bag at around 18.5 to 19 cents. Let me know if you're eyeing any of these levels to buy more HBAR or potentially enter into a long trade. Let us know in the comment section. Also, come check out our live show Monday through Friday at 10:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Till the next one. Peace.